Hello there, my name is Mattsuki and welcome to the video. You guys may recall 8 Thoughts because he was a part of the COD community for quite a number of years. A decade if I'm not mistaken. Recently though, he got 2 strikes on his main channel. With YouTube, if you get 3 strikes, your channel gets deleted along with all your videos. Now this is important because the things 8 Thoughts got strikes for are a bit concerning to me. Apparently, to him, he made fun of another YouTuber's thumbnail, which got him 1 strike. His other strike apparently was acquired through just saying people who play a certain way in Call of Duty make the game unfun. If this is true and 8 Thoughts said no more than this, YouTube censorship is getting a little bit out of hand, to the point where you can't even criticize a thumbnail, or even a playstyle in Call of Duty. I believe he did use specific examples when he did make these opinions, though, but does that really count as harassment? Well, I'm here to tell you, failure. According to YouTube's harassment and cyberbullying policies, making a video that encourages viewers to post malicious and/or cruel content or comments on another person's video is an action worthy of a channel strike. Some other examples of harassment listed by YouTube themselves are comparing a group of people to animals and saying they are disgusting. Slurs, of course, are not allowed to be thrown at people. And death threats. And there are a few exceptions, like if it's for educational purposes. But you also aren't allowed to zoom in on a private part of someone to then degrade, objectify, or sexualize them. I'm pretty sure Noble from Lost Paws apparently broke a rule like this, where he just had a thumbnail of girls with short skirts and long socks, and then had someone like standing below them and saying, "What if you were this short?" Or something like that. Noble apparently broke the sex and nudity policy on YouTube with that thumbnail. He ended up making a response video on that too on December 26, 2020, but yeah, the thumbnail got taken down because it wasn't advertiser friendly, and he got a warning instead of a strike. And I have gone over to YouTube's own cyberbullying and harassment examples to just compare what happened, and they just do not reflect what 8 Thoughts did, or at least what he claims that he did. It just seems kind of like a double standard here. With all that said, I don't believe giving an opinion without encouraging users to send hateful comments is remotely bullying, according to 8 Thoughts. He doesn't make fun of people anymore, because he understands that that's just against YouTube's policy. He did actually get in a bit of trouble in the past when he insulted Drifter a ton. He has stopped for a while now, because Drifter had enough, and that was that. It did get a bit of a hand there, I'll admit, and I did condemn the whole situation a year ago on my other 8 Thoughts video on this channel. Anywho, the other strike for just giving his opinion on a playstyle is also a pretty bogus strike. His opinion, summed up, was content creators that make videos using the best weapons in the game and promoting that style of gameplay hurts the game for casuals. I actually agree with this to an extent. If pro players are handing out their best weapon loadouts in, say, Warzone, those classes become very trendy to the point where those are the only classes being used in like the top 25-ish players. It does get annoying, especially if you aren't using those meta weapons like everyone else. It isn't just a problem with content creators though. We need to remember that weapons should be balanced to the point where there's multiple good choices that can compete quite well with each other. The NV4 and K-Bar and Infinite Warfare were, in my opinion, good examples of this, weapons that were neck and neck with each other. Currently in Warzone, the AUG from Black Ops Cold War is just shredding the competition. It's a very accurate burst rifle, and it has very decent damage output, combined with a good bullet velocity. So yeah, the devs aren't rebalancing these weapons fast enough too, but the content creators that post these weapon classes in all of Warzone are just enhancing the already unbalanced meta. Is saying that harassment? I'm not pointing fingers at people, but in 8 Thoughts' videos he was pointing fingers at who was actually doing that without using slurs or insulting their race, gender, or sexuality. Is that strike worthy though? Of course not, in my opinion. Saying you do not like someone's way of making thumbnails isn't bullying, that's just preference. Saying that you don't like someone because they are a certain group of people, or insulting someone based on physical features they cannot change, is bullying. I think the line needs to be drawn between those two. Hopefully I drill this into the ground enough for you guys to grasp why I think this is a concerning topic, and criticizing without even sending hate just isn't cyberbullying. Mr. 8 Thoughts is just one of the YouTubers being targeted like this. I don't stand for this unwritten policy that discourages real criticism without sending hate. I actually want to create a video talking about Prestige, his keys, ideas in some of his recent videos. If I'm not allowed to actually disagree with one of his ideas, and then like thoroughly explain my viewpoint, oh boy, we're in for a dark future, boys. That's all I have to say today. You guys can expect a video from yours truly talking about Prestige's Keys view on a couple topics, such as the good old days of COD when we didn't have as much content to grind for. You can find more links about these topics in the description, like 8 Thoughts addressing the situation himself and going more in depth. He did delete nearly every single video on his main channel as a result, after all. Hopefully censorship isn't this bad in the future. I hope you all had a fantastic day or night, or I guess you have a fantastic day or night. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Like and subscribe, and peace out, homies.
UAV is out of fuel. Returning to resupply. Enemy at the power stop.
We're winning this. Keep fighting. Enemy UAV overhead. Hostiles at Alpha. Go.
Welcome to the Good Burger Man. Take
The
your
enemy
order.
is defeated. They'll remember our name.